discussion of whether or not I should emulate this game or if I should play on physical hardware. Because I have the games physically. So the one issue I could possibly run into is my discs don't work. Right now they work, as far as I know. Armored Core 2 so far is working fine on my disc copy. But that's not saying how much further I can get on that disc before it craps out on me, because the game is pretty old. It's like 22 years old at this point. So there's a potential that the discs aren't going to work, or if they're scratched in the wrong way, or if the laser on my PlayStation 2's disc reader doesn't work. It's entirely possible that I can't play these games and carry my saves over. Whereas on emulation side of things, I can emulate the games perfectly fine. As of right now, Armored Core 2 runs at 60 FPS. There's a little bit of jank when it comes to the text, but everything else runs smoothly across the board. Otherwise. But that's not to say that's the same thing's going to happen with the next couple games. They could get worse or have more artifacting and weird graphical glitches and stuff like that. But, I mean, to compare the two, this is what I'm looking at graphically. Like, the one on the left is running off the PlayStation 2 itself. The one on the right is running off the emulation. Same mech, same build, different hardware. So, like, the one on the right looks so much better. So, like, I'm conflicted. On one hand, one runs PS2 at native quality. It runs everything smoothly so far, with no, like, janky text or anything like that. And it'll run the games as long as the discs actually work. Buying the disc, if any of them don't work, is next to impossible. A copy of Armored Core 2 pre-owned from 2000 for an American console is at least $60 plus tax plus shipping, or before tax and shipping rather. So, like, getting these games again if the discs don't work is kind of impossible without shelling out some decent cash. Yeah, that's how I remember PS2 games as well as the one on the left. That's why I kind of like that quality, but at the same time, like, the one on the right looks so good. Yeah, no, exactly, not worth it. $60 for a game made in 2000. So it's like a hard choice. I love emulation to death because it, like, preserves everything, but, like, there's something nice about having a physical hardware thing. The other thing too is if I play on the actual PlayStation 2, I can use an actual PlayStation 2 controller, whereas me playing on an emulator, I'm playing on an Xbox controller, which is nothing bad with the Xbox controller. It's just, yeah, the way that the game controls, and this is the way that all Armored Core games control, and it drives people nuts, is your controls are up, down, strafe left, strafe right. This does nothing except for your overboost when you click it in. This doesn't do a damn thing at all. Strafe left, strafe right, aim up, aim down, and then you have your jump boost controls, your shooting, your sword, and your weapon swap. So the controls are a little complicated. On a PS2, they're not much better, but it's all relatively in the same spot. I mean, this is, like I said, is useless, doesn't do a damn thing. Whereas, like, you know, all my movement controls are right here. My shoulder buttons are still in the same spot. These are still in the same spot. And then this is just kind of chilling there. But everything's all in the same spot. So it's like half dozen one, half dozen the other. I mean, and setting them up doesn't take too much time. I mean, I literally set up this stupid comparison thing like 3 seconds ago. Also, I changed my mech because I hit the button for it on the emulator. So, like, setting up isn't that hard. It's just a matter of, like, which one do I want to do? This one, the PlayStation 2 controller, this one right here. That's because this is when GameStop used to make their actual products, and they made a PS2 controller before they finally stopped carrying PS2 games and stuff. So I bought it before they got rid of it all. HD. I'm kind of leaning towards that now that I've seen the comparison between the two. Like, I didn't think it was that much of a difference. It is a huge difference. A massive difference between the two. So I think that might have just concreted my decision to just play emulation. The only downside is, though, is if the emulators stop working, or if, like, there's bad compatibility with a copy of the game, then I'm kind of shit out of luck, and I need to start on the PS2 version, hope the PS2 version works. Because I didn't realize it. Yeah. I didn't realize it. I not only have the game we're playing now, I have Armored Core 2 on disc. I found a copy of it. It's not my original copy. I must have gotten rid of it and bought another one. I have it on disc, and then I have the next game on disc, but I've never tried this disc out to make sure it actually works for more than 2 seconds. And then I have 3 on disc, which I've played before, and that works perfectly fine for what we've played so far. And then I have Silent Line, which is the kind of like expansion kind of follow-up for 3. I have the next couple games on disc, which is cool. I didn't realize I had them. I kind of thought I did, but I wasn't sure. So I have the discs. So like, if I have to, worst comes to worst, I can like play through it on my own and catch up to where I was and carry the save over. Because the whole idea is to carry the save over and keep my weapons and armor and money and everything like that, because it makes it a little easier in the game. But like, it also gives me a reason to play the game off stream if I wanted to, which I of course do. So I don't know. I think for today though, I'm definitely going to go with the actual physical hardware, or not the physical, the emulation, because I already started it, and that HD quality. I'm just going to look at it again. The HD quality on the right just looks so much better. I think that's what we're going to go with. I think I'm just going to go with emulation. They might just solidified it for me to just do it that way. But shit, I was kind of surprised I had it physically. That impressed me a little bit. But let me just turn off the PlayStation 2 and get that unset up.